Hey, what's going on with y'all? Fellas, ladies, what's good? So what we got here? We got a father runs into a barbershop, displeased with his son's haircut, and shoots the man for it. Shoots the barbershop employee. Not sure if he was the owner or not, but barber gets shot. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
And we begin with breaking news in the Katy area. A father on the run and a barber in the hospital after a bizarre shooting. Janelle Bluta joins us live from the scene from this wild story tonight. Janelle.
Ron, those employees who were there just went home for the night saying they're shaken up, calling it a crazy world, all of this over a haircut. Now, the detective says the most disturbing part about all of this is the suspect's 13-year-old son was in the car right next to where the shooting happened. So this is how Harris County Sheriff's Office says it all went down. The 13-year-old son came in to get his haircut earlier today. He went home and then came back with his father, who told them his haircut was not done properly. Detectives say the barber fixed the haircut for free, but then as they were leaving, the barber got into a fight with the father just outside in the parking lot. The son was already in the car, and that's when the father shot the barber 3 times in his stomach, leg, and arm. That barber is in the hospital now in stable condition, but the father and his son drove away.
I think it's just crazy for anyone to shoot anybody over a haircut, period. Like I said, the disturbing part is his 13-year-old son witnessed this, and which makes him a part of this. So his 13-year-old son knows that he needs to come forward and tell us what happened. The father knows he needs to come forward and tell us what happened. Just to be an example as being a good father and saying, I messed up. I have something to prove to my son. This is how you fix it.
But there were several witnesses inside the barbershop when the shooting happened. Detectives say they are looking for surveillance video. Now, detectives are looking for that father in a gray 4-door sedan, possibly a Honda Accord. If you have any information, call police.
So after seeing that shit, like what's the first thing that comes to your mind, right? A lot of things. Topics like this are up for discussion. A lot of things gonna come to your mind. Is he a bad father? They're going to put that on trial and say, is he a bad father? Is he a good father? Honestly, he's a great father, man. He stood up for his son. I would want my father to do that. You would want your father to do the same thing. I think he took it a little too far. Now, let me rewind back to when I was a child. Growing up in the 90s, and I seen some shit. I felt like people go run to get their brothers, run to go get their father and tell, oh, man, this motherfucker's picking on people who got that. This motherfucker's picking on me, or to get their mom come out there and be like, talking her shit. But the situation's a little different. Now I had something happen to me when I got a haircut one time when I was like 15. But this is one I specifically can remember that I went and got done where this barber fucked up my hair because there was nowhere to go, and I knew this was a bad idea, but I needed to get my hair cut, and they was pressuring me for that. When you're a kid, you get very pressured about getting your hair cut. Your parents dictate that shit when you need to get that done and how you gonna get it done. Some parents don't that much chill with it. I want my kid to grow his hair however he wants to. He can do this with their hair, but some people won't let it happen. You see the same cut all the time because that's how they want their child to look. Same thing with me. So one day I got my haircut done. It wasn't looking good, and they weren't pleased with the haircut, the results of it. So they didn't go back because my peoples don't really, they're there for me, but they don't do shit like that. I can run and tell my dad some shit that happened to me. He'd get mad at me for telling him. You know what I'm saying? So that right there is love. It just may have been taken a little bit overboard. Way overboard, man. You did a little too much. Came back with a loaded gun. Now, allegedly, they got into a fight outside the barbershop. Maybe the barber started. They didn't really be very specific with it besides the barber. They said the barber got into a fight with the father of the 13-year-old boy. And they were scrapping it outside. Maybe you guys asked. Well, this is how I'm thinking it because they don't know about surveillance video because they don't have it yet. I don't know how old or new this video is. Could be old as fuck. Got off World Star Hip Hop. You never know what to think with them motherfuckers. But whatever it is, I want to discuss this because I can relate to it a little bit. And you can too. Overprotection of our parents. Now they scrapping outside. This is how I feel like it. It's my theory is that old man lost. The father of the 13-year-old boy lost. He got his ass beat. He was talking shit in there. He was displeased with the fucking results of his son's haircut. He didn't like it. It looked like shit. Whatever he felt it wasn't up to the standards of how he feels a haircut should be done from his own son. And he wanted to talk to the barber. He rapped with him. He did it for free. The barber allegedly he cut the dude's haircut for free. And I guess he, it was talking shit. Maybe he was probably talking shit the whole time he was cutting his hair. Who knows? For something to get this bad. From heated arguments, it turned to gunshots. From a small dispute over a haircut turned into a fatal outcome. Somebody got to get shot. Was it that serious? Hell fucking no. Did you need to take it that far? Hell no. If you got beat up outside, was probably what happened for you to go and run and get your gun. Or you pulled it out. I'm not sure if you went back to the car, but allegedly his son was sitting in the car the whole time. I know I keep saying allegedly a lot because I don't know what actually happened. But his son was sitting in the car, so we seen the whole thing pop off, and they left. They ran from the scene. They trying to get the boy to turn himself in, or the son, because obviously the boy's not gonna get charged for the shit, but he's probably protecting his father. His father's probably sitting at home shitting bricks. Like, damn, man, I'm gonna go to jail, probably hugging, the wife and shit, like, hey, get my last piece of pussy in because I'm about to be locked up for a long time because this is murder. There's no excuse for what you did. You can't say that I was defending myself. He had a knife or a gun when they didn't say any of those things. It was a fist fight turned to a shooting. You're 100% wrong, man. There's no reason for anybody to pull out a gun during a one-on-one fist fight ever. There's no reason for it to happen. People be getting shot over fucking tennis shoes, chicken sandwiches. The shit's got to stop. I'm tired of it. You're tired of it. But when I think about these things, like the way that the actions that people show, they were angry at me, my parents. They weren't angry at the barber. They were angry at me. I got in trouble for that shit. I got yelled at. I'm the one with the fucked up haircut. You think I was happy with that shit looking in the mirror? No, but I got yelled at. Overprotective, that father? Yes. Standing up for his son? Yeah, a little bit too much. I done seen older people's fathers come out and punk some little kids because some kid is like, he's twice his go out there and punk him and scare the shit out of some little ass kid, man. Things like that don't slide today. People out here pulling out guns. Those were fist fights back then. People out here pulling out guns, man. They ready to go blast a motherfucker because I don't like the way you cut my son's hair, man. You got parents cutting their son's hair as a discipline where they fuck it up. They give them the George Jefferson. They leave all the hair on the side, but they cut all the shit in the middle, man. Go to school just like that. That's abuse. That's the worst kind of degradation, humiliation. That's abuse. I don't know what planet your ass grew up on, but that is abuse. That's almost worse. That's a psychological trauma that he's gonna remember for the rest of his life, man. My dad used to embarrass me, man, when I was a kid, man. He used to make me run to school with fucked up haircut because I got a bad grade. I knew kids who got their asses beat for having. I knew this one dude got his ass. His dad was so fucking strict, man. Mean ass, crazy ass dad. Real strict, man. He couldn't bring home anything less than an A. His dad would fuck him up. He didn't play that shit. He did not tolerate his dad would fuck him up. There is going to be no underachieving in this house. You're going to grow up and be what I tell you to be. You're going to work in the family business like I tell you to do. You're going to come in this house when I tell you to come home, and you're going to bring home good grades. If not, I'm going to beat your ass. And you're going to be grounded for a year. Not saying that's abusive, but motherfucker's strict. He don't play around. You got to do what you're supposed to do. You fuck up, that ass beating's coming. Ain't no pats on the back and ain't no times out in this motherfucker, man. It's a whoop ass for you, man. So people got to be terrified and scared. I know it's just people got to worry about those kind of things, man. And it's just like, but it's good that you know that you have a father out there to protect you like that. But the decision was bad. I mean, it was like, what more can you say about what happened? He shot him in the leg, the stomach, and the arm. So this is premeditated murder. He thought about this shit. I don't know if if he pulled the gun out at the point, he could have been like, well, fuck this, I'm defending myself badly, he's kicking my ass. He was getting the upper hand, I shot him. So I don't know what happened there. But I still feel like there's just no reason. Not everybody should own a gun. You gotta pretty much forget almost you have that shit on you, man. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people you got to give respect to, because there's people out there who agree with owning a firearm. I agree that since people got firearms and there's always going to be a legal firearm use in this world, that everybody should have a gun, or a lot of people should, at least. Some people are going to be against it. Some people are going to point their finger and say, no, that's not okay. Why don't we just, make love and make peace? But it's not like that. It's never going to be that way. I know we want it to be that way, but it's never going to be that way. We've been hollering that same bullshit for how long? No justice, no peace? Of course. We've been hollering peace and love for how long? It's crazy, huh? It ain't never gonna change, man. You gotta be careful out there. You never know when you might walk outside and someone just start bucking, man. Just out of nowhere. Pow, 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 pow. Because of some shit that happened between him and somebody else. Now everybody else got to pay for it. School shootings, all this mess, and can't even watch a movie without somebody coming in there throwing a smoke grenade. Imagine you just sitting there watching a movie, somebody walking in. It's not even funny to joke about, man. Because that actually happen? That sounds like something you should be joking about. Some shit you see in Counter-Strike, man. Or Call of Duty or something. I don't know. Call of Duty wouldn't do no shit like that, but I don't know. Maybe they do. I don't play that shit. I don't really fuck with the first person shooter. I used to play Counter-Strike, but that's up for discussion. That's another topic, another video, I used to be real good at Counter-Strike. I was playing the PC, man. I remember I was skipping school, going to little computer cafes or after school. I didn't skip school as much as it seems. I actually went to school a lot more than I know a lot of motherfuckers that I was with. All my boys a lot of them was skipping. I had a homeboy, he would always skip fucking school, man. He was never staying in there no longer than the... There was a couple classes we was in together, he just would not show up, because, they had an A-B schedule. That's when they changed it out. They used to do 7 periods in one day, like 30 minutes of class, 45 minutes of class. That was better than the AB, because you be in class for like an hour and 45 minutes. You're like, damn, man. When are we going to get up out of this shit? That was a hard adjustment, man. I was alive when they made that adjustment, man. I was around at that time when they first changed it. Everyone hated that shit at first. But the good thing was you didn't have to shove all the books in your bag if you didn't feel like you was in your locker. Depending on what school you was, you didn't want to put those shit in your locker, because some bully would roll up in there, what you got in your locker, man? And then you come back with a gun. It ain't gotta be that serious though. I've been robbed. We all been robbed by bullies when we was kids. Hell, I done some of the robbing my damn self. But there's no reason to come back with a gat. We can handle it. We can talk this out, man. Look, you fucked up my son's haircut. Give me a free haircut, and I would like a free haircut next time. Shooting his ass ain't gonna get you that free hair. You can get free, ain't shit free in prison really, but you can get your haircuts in prison, man. They got some good barbers up in that prison, man. They got some fantastic barbers. They got some artistes, because I think cutting hair is an art. They got some artistes up in that bitch who will cut your hair for you as you eat on your bologna sandwich, and you eat on your little your sun cookie, and your little carton of milk. How to make your stomach feel, huh? Especially when you come out of court, probably was drinking because you nervous and shit, trying to get the nerves out. Last drink you gonna have. Mix those two together, man. Vodka and milk don't go together. Not in my opinion. Not really much more to say about that shit. I guess they still on the run. I don't know if this is new or old, whatever. I'm still going to discuss it. I've done videos like this before. It's not about the current event of it. It's more about like just the discussion and how the crazy things that happen in this world. It is a crazy world, and they did say that in the video. The news reporter was kind of cute. You know what I'm saying? But she was like, yeah, it's a crazy world out here. That's what they say. Of course it is. So you got to be careful, man. It sucks that, you know, it has to be that way, that you feel like we have to have discussions about should we carry a gun. It sucks that it has to be that way. You know, God's going to be upset with us when we gotta explain ourselves. Some of us can be forgiven, some of us can't. Can that action that he did be forgiven? I think it can be. I think he did out of love. I think he did out of anger, impulse thoughts. I don't know. I think it was cowardly at the same time. It was out of love. But still gonna do time for that shit more than likely. I'd be surprised if you didn't, or you're not doing time already. Anyway, y'all take it easy out there. Y'all be safe. And make sure to holler at your boy in the next one. Oh yeah, also make sure to like and subscribe. Also hit that bell. If you want to share this video, shit, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? Share. Hey, I ain't gonna complain about it. I ain't gonna say nothing, man.